I should make Stacy come dance with me. Stacy, you ready to dance?
No.
Move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. We like to move it. Come on, Stacy.
I'll let you take this one.
You're live, Stacy. Come on. Move it. All right, everybody. Are you excited? Keep it going, Charlie. Are you excited about getting together tonight? We have some great stuff to share with you. We are super excited about our training that we have for you tonight, and we are super excited about what we're going to close in the next 2 days, as well as what we're going to do starting on Thursday, because it's birthday month. And not only is it Tupperware's birthday month, it's Charlie's birthday month. So we want to look. I'm going to bring Charlie on just for a moment here. There we go. There's Charlie. You like to move it, move it. Move it. It's Charlie's birthday month. Y'all wish Charlie a happy birthday over there. All right. So good evening, everybody. It's great to be here with you. And we are super excited about what we want to share with you tonight. Tonight, of course, it's Monday, Move It Monday. It's the day we kind of like reset our thinking. We're at the midway point or coming into the close of our week in Tupperware, but we're what we think of as the beginning of the week in our real lives. And so we kind of push those things together because it's that chance for us to renew our focus, renew our energy, and just really start working towards some big things. So I always like to start with a quote, and tonight is no different. I want to start with this quote: what you lack in talent can be made up with desire, hustle, and giving 110% all the time. And that's really and truly what we're going to be talking about tonight, is what you want to be doing when you're, in this business, and what you want to be bringing to the party, so to speak. Charlie always likes to say, what do you bring to the party? And what we bring to the party is our energy, our desire, our hustle, our willingness to do the work to make things happen. And that's how you make your goals happen as well. And that's really what we're talking about tonight as well. So I want you to kind of make a note of this and ask yourself, am I giving 110% all the time? Is there some more hustle that I can bring to the game? And is there something that I desire that if I just work a little harder, I can make happen as well? Because that's really and truly what it all comes down to. So we're looking forward to having all of you here. If you are here, give us a shout out. Let us know that you're here. Tell us what you're excited about. Tell us who you are. And put that in the bottom. For those of you who haven't met yet, my name is Marsha Brown. I'm the Tupperware business leader for our Hooray Sales Company. And of course, Charlie's backstage with me back here. I'm working on the camera, talking to you and watching your comments. So be sure that you're commenting. It's also really important that you leave permission for StreamYard to see your name. So it's StreamYard.com, Facebook. It should pop up and let us know that. So Jennifer is excited about her May parties. And Jennifer, I know you already have 4 parties dated for May as well, because I saw you've registered those with me. And Jennifer, because you've already got those registered and you are our winner of our first our welcome drawing here, you're going to get a free gift as well. So congratulations to you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started because I don't want to waste anybody's time, right? So we have been working with our training camp over the last 2 weeks, and our amazing director team has been sharing with you some incredible training over the last few weeks. Starting with that training that Corinne did on our cookware. And of course, now many of you probably realize why we wanted to talk about cookware back at the beginning of April, because that is a key part of what we're offering to our host during our May birthday birthday month. And so now you have some great information about our cookware, how it works, what you can do with it. And I want to encourage you that if you missed out on that training, to go back and look for it. So you're going to find it in the guide. So on our Facebook page, and our Hooray Sales Facebook page, there's a little thing at the top that says guides. If you click on guides, there's one there that talks about the Tuesday trainings, and that's where it's going to be under the Tuesday trainings. I'm pretty sure I put it there, and it's not under the training camp, but just look for that. And you can just Google, also in the search bar up there on our Facebook page, you can put Corinne and you can put cookware, and it should come up so you can see that also. So you want to get that training so you're ready to go with that. Now, hopefully you have copied off this tracking chart that's on the right side, and you have been marking off every one of the trainings that you did. And on every single training that you do, our directors are giving you an assignment. And by working your assignment, then you are able to get additional points. So you get points for watching the trainings, you get points for completing the assignments, and for so many of them, for every 4 bases, every 4 hits that you get a base. For every 4 bases, you get a run, and for every 4 runs, you have, of course, scored big, and you get gifts for all of those as well. So it's really important that you're keeping track of these, because you're going to want to turn these into me on Wednesday so that you can get your rewards as well. And we do have, which tonight counts as one of your trainings, because we're going to be talking about goal setting tonight. And then we have one more tomorrow, and we hopefully we'll have one more rescheduled. If not, we'll add an extra one in for you on Wednesday, because Jessica had to postpone hers last Wednesday. So hopefully we'll have another one for you this week. But we do have one tomorrow night. I want to make sure that you have marked this one so you don't miss out. It's with our incredible star director, Shannon Daniel. She's going to be talking about host coaching. And, during birthday month, host coaching is key, because it's how you're going to get your host to have $1,000 parties. And wouldn't we all rather go have a party of $1,000 over a party of $100 or $200? And yes, sometimes it's up to the host to make sure that things go well, but there are things that we can do with our host to encourage and to push them a little bit more so that they do a little bit better as well. Now, a reminder that we have these great items here that are finishing up and ending on Wednesday. And I do want to let you know that some of these are running very low on inventory. And there's a couple of ways you can check that. First off, in your TUP Now, there is a section that you can go look for the product alert list. And even in the back off in your My Office, if you scroll down to the bottom on the left, there's a thing that says product alert list. If you click that, it tells you how we're looking at the inventory. So a couple of things that the inventory is telling us is that we do have several of these that are running a little bit low. So our measuring cups are running low. Our rectangular cake taker is running low. The Pop-A-Lots are running low, and even our That's Bowls are running low. So I'm going to encourage you not to wait to hit submit on your parties. Reach out to your host if you have orders in the back office that you're waiting to close a party. You may want to consider, can you get that host to go ahead and close the party, or can you take that whole order of all those things that are in the back office and do those from the front on your personal website, so that we don't run out of those things? Because the one thing you don't want to have is for something to not be available when you go to close a party. So this is where it's always really important to try to get your customers to go ahead and place their orders on your website. And of course, you can talk to them before you do that. And Tara had shared some great tips when she did her training. Tara Empson shared some great training on how she uses the Google form to get her customers to give her their orders, and then she upsells them. And then she takes their orders and she goes to the personal website and she goes ahead and submits their orders on the personal website. And here's the thing, unless you are going to put all these orders on one order going to the host house to kind of help with the shipping, if they're going to direct ships, they all need to be done on personal website, because there's no difference in what the shipping cost is, because it's going to be the same thing, whether it's going to the host or whether it's going to them, if they're being shipped individually. So kind of think about that as you're working with this and look at the ways you can maximize these and take full advantage of these things that we have to offer here as well. And of course, by utilizing these next 2 days. And here's another thing, you want to be telling people, hey guys, I just want to make sure these are going away on Wednesday. Don't miss out on these great savings. This is also going to be a really big tool that you can use when it comes to recruiting, because you can tell people, you know what, don't wait to open an account, because if you open your account today, you can shop at a discount today and you can get these great sales offers at 25% off. Now that's a huge plus for those people who want to join just to be shoppers. So think about that as you are putting things out there and you're talking to people about what they're doing here as well. All right, so of these items here that you see on the screen, what are some of the ones that you've been really excited about? What are the ones that you're seeing are your top sellers? And which are the ones that you think that, you want to make sure that you have a few extra on hand? Because, some of these are great items to have as cash and carry items. Like I love the Shape-O ball. People love the Shape-O ball. It's a great one to do when you're at a vendor event and people want something. And if you go ahead and buy them at this price, you can still sell them at the regular catalog price at your vendor event, and you're making even more money. So you always want to look at which are the things that I think will be real big cash and carry items that if I go ahead and get them while they're on sale, then I'll have them and I can sell them cash and carry and I can make even more money. And also you look at, which are the ones that somebody's going to call you on Thursday, because how many times is this? All right. How many of you already, tell me in the comments, how many of you already had somebody who messaged you on Thursday or Friday and said, can I get those Wondelier bowls for $35? Because I don't care how many times you told them it's going to end on Wednesday. This is going away at this price. This is your last chance to get it at this price. They don't listen and they call you on Thursday and they want to get it on Thursday, right? How many of you have already had that happen? Or the canisters, it does, right? So these are the things you're going to look at and say, which of these items are people going to be reaching out to me on Thursday and going, can I still get this? Because at least if you go ahead and order a couple of extras, you'll have them to fulfill those people's orders, and they'll have to pay to pick it up. They'll either have to come pick it up from you or they'll pay for you to ship it to them. But at least you'll be able to get it to them for that sale price if you go ahead and get some extras. So I always encourage you to look at the ones that you think are the most popular, which are the ones that you think people are going to want after the fact, and also which are the ones, if you've got a vendor event coming up, and Stacy did some great training on the vendor event. If you missed that, go back and watch that on how to make your vendor events really successful. These are some of the items that can be really great cash and carry items as well. All right, so what are we closing up here on Wednesday? Besides these great offers that we have right here, we're also closing off these great rewards for you. So with 500 in sales, you're going to be able to earn 5 packs of 5 keychains for free. At $1,000, you're going to get your Tupperware Premia glass serve-in store containers for just $30. I talked about those last Thursday on our Hip Hop Hooray. And then at 2,000 in sales, of course, you're going to get your Blast from the Past logo fun pack, which is going to include no less than 4 items. It could be more. And it has a value of over $200 for free. So these 3 items are gifts that you can earn from Tupperware by Wednesday, but they're ending on Wednesday, so you don't want to delay. Now, we have some folks that have already qualified for these items. And as I show you who they are, I want you to tell me in the comments, which ones are you working for? Maybe you've already earned them all. Maybe you've earned part of them. Which ones are you not going to stop until you've claimed all of these? All right. And in addition to those gifts, don't forget, you never, ever, ever want to leave money on the table, because at $1,500 in sales, you start to get an additional bonus from Tupperware. Now, that right there is something you don't ever want to miss. $1,500 in sales, I get $50 cash. $2,000 in sales, I get $100 cash. And every $500, you're going to get $50 more until you get to $4,000. And then it's going to jump all the way up to $400. And look at that money that you can be making as a bonus just for doing your job. All right, so let's see who's already claiming some of these great rewards. So right here, you will see these are all of our folks that have sold over $2,000 already this month. They have qualified for all three of the gifts. They have qualified for their ornament of the month, that really beautiful That's a Bold Tower ornament. And you'll see there are 4 there in green because they are all over the $4,000 mark, and they have maximized their bonus on their personal volume with a 400 or more bonus. So congratulations to all these folks, Dawn, Aubrey, Andrea, and Angela, who have all qualified already. And actually Andrea's Renee, but she's in the system as Andrea. But congratulations to you guys. How many of you are going to go for that $4,000 mark? If you are, put it in the comments. Let us know. I'm going for 4,000. I'm going for 4,000. How many of you are reaching to go for those higher levels? Because let's see who's already qualified at the $1,000 level. And that's all of these folks that you see. And that's a huge list of folks who've qualified to get the Tiny Treasures and the Premia Glassware. And once again, those you see in green are maximizing the money they can make, because Donna, Joe, Tina, Teresa, Deborah, Jerry, Colleen, Stephanie, Pam, April, Maurice have all qualified to start getting that $50 or more bonus. So that's in addition to everything else. Now I want to ask you something. How many of you get excited about the fact that not only do you make money for what you sell, but you get bonuses and gifts just for showing up? Isn't that pretty exciting? What's one of the gifts that you've earned that you're most excited about? One of the gifts that you've already earned that you're excited about? Put it in the comments. Let us know what you're excited about, what you've earned that you love that you got. I know some of you've gotten iPads, and some of you've gotten cookware, and some of you've gotten Tupperware. Teresa loves the money, and don't I too? I love that part of it. It's what's kept me going for 42 years. But you know what? I also love all the products that I've got, and I love the opportunities that this business gives us to be able to do even bigger and better things. Now we have one more group of folks I want to give a big shout out to tonight. And remember, we have 2 more days for you guys to all get your name on this list here as well. But these are the folks that have sold over $500. So they have qualified for their Tiny Treasures. And that's a lot of names that you'll see right there on this list of folks that have earned their Tiny Treasure cookware. And of course, many of them are very, very close to that $1,000 mark. And, one more party can push you all the way up to earning that extra $1,500 bonus. And it can push you on up to earning even bigger rewards as well. So congratulations to all of these folks, all of our qualifiers already. And we are just getting started, because we have more to do in these next 2 days. All right. So let's talk about the inflation buster that we have. And the inflation buster that we have is, of course, our Tupperware business opportunity. And for each and every one of us, we have the opportunity to make that extra money to cover that increases in the cost of gas, or the groceries, or the different services that are out there, or even the clothes and the different things that we go shopping for that have all gone up. Because let's face it, we are living right now in a time that that supply is low for a lot of things. Supply chain, that means the ability for us to get the materials to make products, for those products to be manufactured, to be sent to us and get to us in a timely fashion. It creates a demand. So the supply sometimes is less than the demand there is for it, which means that the companies have to charge more because they don't have it. They can charge more because they give it to us. But for many companies, and this is one of the things that we're experiencing ourselves as our Tupperware company, the materials to make the products have increased. And so if the materials have increased, and then the manufacturing has increased, and then the cost to get the products to the manufacturing and to the customers has increased, then the prices are going to increase. Tupperware has done a really amazing job of trying to keep prices down for us. We haven't had a price increase in many, many years. In fact, we actually had a price decrease several years ago. And so unfortunately, we are having that price increase coming on Thursday. But you know what, guys? We have this inflation buster that we can offer to people, a chance to come in and make money to help them make those ends meet. Just last month, there was a girl in another company, and her family had a vacation booked. And because of the increase of gas and some different things, she was worried they weren't going to be able to have their vacation because it was going to cost them more than she had budgeted for them to go on vacation. She started a Tupperware business. She figured out how much more money she needed to make. And not only did she make the money that she needed to make sure that their vacation was intact, she moved up from manager to star manager to executive manager in 1 month. And she tripled the amount of money that she needed to be able to ensure her vacation happened. That's an inflation buster. And you have this opportunity yourself, but you also have this opportunity that you can share with other people. And when you share with other people, you give them a chance to add products to their kitchen. You give them a chance to buy the best product at the best price. And of course, you give them the opportunity to earn money to help them make their bills go away as well. And in the process of you helping other people, you help yourself. So for our new recruits with a $40 order, they're going to be able to get this 6-piece Fridge Smart set for just $30. And with a $500 party, they're going to get the Smart Multi Cooker for $30. You are going to get the fantastic large stacking thermos for $10 for the first one who does it. And with 3 who do it, you're going to qualify to get all of these amazing towels for just $30 as well. So there's still great rewards for you. And of course, if you go ahead and bring in 3 by the end of this month, in 2 days, if you've got your sales of 2,500, or even if you've got 1,500 or 2,000, and you bring some folks in and they work to this and your team has 2,500, you move up to manager. You are on the fast track to earning 4 more streams of income during the month of May. And already taking advantage of that, we have Megan Carroll and Doreen Pelletier, who've already qualified as brand new managers to start the month of May and add to their earning potential 4 more streams of income. That's right, guys, 4 more streams of income. So don't let this money pass you by. Get busy working on this and get busy making things happen for you as well. All right. So if you're sitting there today going, gosh, I didn't realize all this was available. And it's kind of funny because last week I had a meet and greet, and that was an invitation to all of our new folks to join me just to get a kind of an overview of what our Tupperware business has to offer. And one of the gals that was on there with us that night, at the end of it, she said, wow, I did not realize all that Tupperware had to offer. I did not realize that I could actually replace an income with Tupperware. So if you're wondering, is stepping up the right thing for me? Maybe you're just wanting to make a little extra money, but maybe you'd like to know what the potential is of where you can go with it. So join me on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Write down this Zoom number that you see here on the screen. I'll be posting it again, but join me, just kind of a 30-minute overview of what it's all about, what it takes to step up, and what the future holds for you when you decide to do that as well. So put that on your calendar and do not miss out. All right, because you know what? May is going to be an incredible month for each and every one of us. May is birthday month in Tupperware. And when it's birthday month, it means that we're celebrating, right? And normally with birthday month, there's gifts. Or for the birthday, there's gifts and there's cake and there's all kinds of celebrations. And we do the same things. We have our stack cooker is going to be on sale, and we can show people how to make great cakes. And there's gifts for our hostesses, and there's going to be gifts for you. But the key thing about this is that you have an ability to gift yourself with an incredible month of earnings. And the way you do that is by thinking bigger than you've ever thought before. So I want to ask for you guys to post in the comments and just let me know what's a goal that what is your goal? What was your goal? Not for April, but what's your goal for May? What was the goal that you had actually for May? What did what's your goal that you want to have for May? What are you thinking, that you would like to do here this month? I can get my little thing to come up. Wait, let me see if I can get this here. There we go, May. Does it keep doing that? I keep hitting the wrong button. May, there we go. All right, what's your goal for May? And Donna Jo says she's already decided hers. Jennifer's got hers out there, and that is an important thing to think about. What is that goal that you have for this coming month? And when you're making a goal, there's a process to going through it. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way, because I used to have these great goals. I'd say, yes, I'm going to do this. And I'd go out there and I'd proclaim that I was going to do it. But at the end of the month, it never happened. And I started to wonder, well, why am I not making these goals happen? What am I doing wrong? And one of the things that I discovered is that there's a process to making goals happen. So I want to encourage you to go work through this with me. So I see all of you are putting these things down there, and I love what you're writing down there. And there's going to be some great rewards for you, bigger than some of the ones that we've had in the past. Because in birthday month, Tupper really brings it to you. And of course, Thursday morning, you're going to hear about some of these great rewards. And there's going to be weekly rewards that you can earn. And there's going to be rewards that you can earn over a 2-week period. And there's going to be rewards that you can earn over the month. But there's also going to be money that you can make. So I want you to kind of think about, if you knew you couldn't fail, how much money would you like to make by the end of the month of May? And I want you to write it down. I want you to think about that. Like, how much money would I like to make in 1 month, just to see if I can do it? Would I like to make $500? Would I like to make $1,000? Would I like to make $2,500 in a month? With my parties, with my Tupperware business. I want you to write it down, because one of the first steps to being able to create a goal that you achieve is that it has to be specific. And specific means real numbers with real deadlines. So I want to make $2,500 during the month of May. And so once I figure that out, that's how much money I want to make. Okay, you're going to write that down, and then you're going to figure out, well, what does it take for that to happen? And that's where, you make it measurable. So how do I make it measurable to be able to do that? So measurable means there's a benchmark, I can see what it's going to take for that to happen. It's like, you're going to say something like, to make $2,500 in sales, if I, make like $100 for every party that I hold, then that's $400 in sales. So 400 into 2,500 means that I would need to have, let's see how many, I get my calculator out here, because I don't have that one in my head. So let's say I want to make $2,500 and I make $100 for every party. So I would need to hold 25 parties, right? But we know there's a bonus in there. So honestly, if you were to hold 20 parties that were at, 20 parties this month, which is 5 parties a week, which is, really and truly, guys, that's a part-time job. I mean, if you have a part-time job, you might go to work 5 times. You might go to work 3-4 times in a week, and you'd be there 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. But in our business, we're doing it from home. We're doing it there. We can easily hold 5 parties in a week as well. So, we're looking at making $600 in a week. And to do that, we are, holding our parties. And so we're building those sales. So that's a measurable thing that we can do. I can hold, if I hold this many parties. So that's what makes it trackable. And so I start with looking at that. Now, is it attainable? That's the third part of making a goal that you can achieve. So Attainable means, can it happen? Can I hold 5 parties in a week? And you know what? Most of us can. I'm not asking you to hold 20 parties in a week. I'm asking you to hold 5 parties in a week. And we can all hold 5 parties in a week. Because I will tell you, one time I set a goal to hold 20 parties in a week. And I did all kinds of creative things. And it was, it was really crazy and out there. And I came pretty doggone close to holding 20 parties in a week, because there's all kinds of parties that we can do. But I'm not even asking you to go that route, right? I'm just saying, okay, I want to make $2,500. To do that, I need to hold 20 parties. To hold 20 parties, I need to date these parties, and I need to party plan these hosts so that they have $400 or $500 in sales. Can I do 5 parties in a week? Yes, I can. Is it realistic for me? I've never done it before, but if I enlist the help of my family, if I talk to them about, this is what I want to do and this is why I want to do it, because when I make this $2,500 at the end of the month, we're going on a vacation to Disney World. We're going on a cruise. We're going to go in our camper, and we're going to go camping for an entire week, someplace amazing. You want to always, look at it and say, is it possible? Sometimes I have people go, oh, I'm going to sell $10,000, which is what you have to sell to make $2,500, $10,000, and they've never even sold 1,000. Now, is it realistic? It depends. It depends on how willing you are to do the work. But you have to ask yourself that question, because if you're not willing to do the work that it's going to take to get that, then it's not going to happen. And see, I can say that because I was guilty of that. I would go into a month going, I'm going to have a $10,000 month. But I didn't break it down to know that that meant that I've got to, hold this many parties. I've got to hold 20 parties to be able to make that happen. And I never had held 20 parties, and I'd never dated 20 parties. So I had to change the way I looked at things and say, okay, realistically, what do I think I can do? And I pushed myself beyond what I was used to doing and worked a little harder to get there. And then, of course, you have to give yourself a deadline to what do I have to do to get there? So we're coming into birthday month. It's going to start on Thursday. And if you don't start Thursday with parties already scheduled for your month of May, then you're going to be already behind, because you want to start the month with at least half the parties up that you want to hold. And you want those parties to be in the first 2 weeks. So we really need to focus these next 2 days on how many parties can I date. So if my goal is to hold 20 and I want to hold 10 in the first 2 weeks, then by Thursday, I need to have 10 dated for the first 2 weeks. So you can start the month with that in mind. Okay. So what am I going to have to do to date 20 parties? Well, we're going to talk to you about some of the things that you can do to make that happen. But to achieve big things, you have to have SMART goals. And SMART means it's specific. You know exactly what you're working towards. It's measurable. You can see it. You can track it. You can mark it off as you do it. It's attainable. It's something that I believe that I can do. It's realistic. I am willing to do the work to make it happen. And it's timely. It is going to happen by this time, not someday, not maybe, not out there, now. Because nothing happens if we don't make it happen now. All right. So I have someone that I'd like to introduce to you tonight, and I need to see if she's on camera. I don't see her. There she comes. All right, and she has done an amazing job of setting goals with us, and I'm going to bring her on here with me for just a second. There we go. All right, and that's the amazing Deborah Gooding. She's our executive manager on her way to DIQ. Or she's in DIQ on her way to director. But I was talking with Deborah the other night. We were having a little discussion with our directors in qualification, and sometimes we have a hiccup along the way, and we have to reset. And one of the key things about setting goals and attaining them is that we never give up. And I asked Deborah if she would just come on and share with you guys some of her experience with setting goals, with maybe not making goals, but more importantly, with achieving goals and what gives her the focus to be able to do that. So, Deborah, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Hey, everybody.
Hold on a second. Let me put you back.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I've been with Tupperware now for 4 years, a little over 4 years. I started out really strong, then my team kind of fell apart, and I kind of lost like focus, and I was just kind of going along with emotions. And as long as I was making $500 a month in personal sales, I was fine with that, because that was what, it was said that we needed to make. Then we had all of the COVID and everything got backed up. So I got really, really discouraged. And then I was just like, yeah, whatever, it is what it is. Then by the end of 2020, I had decided I wanted to get really focused. And that's what it boils down to. You got to get focused, and you got to figure out what motivates you. I decided I wanted to retire from my full-time job. So by the end of 2020, I got really focused, and I decided that for 2021, that my personal sales, I was going to do $1,500 a month. That was not an unrealistic goal for me at the time, because I was already doing, $500+ a month. So I didn't make it, I didn't go, I'm going to do $10,000 every month. Well, for all of 2021, I ended up doing a little over $2,000 every month. Had birthday month, I did $4,000, because I decided I wanted to have a $4,000 month for birthday month, and I did. October, I did almost 4,000 because I was trying to beat May. So this birthday month, I have a $5,000. That's what my goal is. So I will tell everybody that. But it was just like me refocusing myself. Once I got myself refocused on what I wanted my goals were, I broke them down. I wrote them down. I looked at them. I made sure that I could attain them. Then I went back to my team, the ones that I still had, and I started recruiting again. And I trained them with what I had taught, what I had figured out that worked for me over that last year. Wasn't an overnight thing. I mean, it does take time. It takes the focus. You really have to, you really got to just break it down as to what you think you can do, what you can do. And like Marcia said, don't make it unachievable. I mean, if, we would all like to be selling 10,000 a month, but if you were like I was and selling $500, $600, $700, $800 a month, $10,000 a month is not realistic. I mean, you got to make it, you got to have realistic goals. And if you make the realistic goals, then, and you work it, then you can get there. Because, I mean, that's where I'm at now. I mean, I went into DIQ last month. Me and my team's doing really good. This will be month 2 for us. And hopefully by the end of May, we will be a new director team. That is what that is what I'm trying to achieve. But yeah, I was like saying, definitely work with your team members, whether they're level 1s, level 2s, level 3s, level 4s. It doesn't matter. Work with them, and just just help guide them. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, there was no magic pill. There's no magic dust. It's really just about being focused.
I love all of what you just said. And a couple things I wrote down, Deborah, because I think one of the things that you said is sometimes we allow the things that are going on around us to affect the way we think. And, we don't have control over some things that are going on around us.
Nope.
What we do have control over is our attitude and our focus. And you use that word several times, and I love it because that's one of my favorite words, because, we have to just decide to focus on what we can do and what we're in control of. And if we do that, then the negatives, they might be out there, but we don't have to give them power, because if we don't give them power, they don't happen.
I mean, and that was the big thing with me. I mean, I had to get past that. I couldn't fix our system. I couldn't fix our shipping. No matter what we did, and just had to, like I said, by the end of 2020, I just had to step back, refocus, and like I said, it didn't happen overnight, but it's happening.
It is happening, absolutely. And another thing you said is you just you kept resetting. So it was like, okay, you realize I don't want to live in the land of minimums, because really and truly, 500 is just a minimum. It's a threshold to mean you get, you can get paid, but who wants to live in that minimum? I want to be able to thrive, right? We want to make more. And so you kept adding to that, and you said, okay, I'm going for 15, but lo and behold, you were at 2,000. And at 2,000, I went for 3. And then for 3, I went for 4. And now you're going for 5. And that's the key. We keep reaching a little bit higher. We keep reaching and we make it. And then you made yourself accountable. You put it out there to everybody. So that's the other thing, guys. That's one of the reasons that I ask you a lot of times on here to tell me what you're going to do, is to make it accountable. So we've got to be accountable. And I want you to set your goals and put those out there for everybody to see, and share it with your family as well, because that's what's going to make a huge, huge difference. So big kudos to Deborah. Everybody show her some love, give her some little hearts and thumbs up and all kinds of good stuff to let her know that you appreciate what she shared with us, and that you are going to take that to heart and you're going to make big things. Because don't hope it's going to happen, Deborah. It is happening. It is
going to happen. It's going to happen.
Happening in May. Absolutely. And
it's all about, and like I said, it is all about the focus. I mean, you just got to reset and refocus.
That's right. Exactly. So super excited for that. So thank you so much, Deborah, for being with us tonight as well. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it back something else that I wanted to just share with you. So as Deborah said, get ready for birthday month. Get ready to set some really big goals and to reach for something bigger than what you've done before. And this is the month to do it, because we have this amazing set of offers that we have for our host. Now, first off, every single person out there wants those little bitty salt and pepper shakers. So you need to be posting those little salt and pepper shakers. You need to be taking pictures of yourself using little salt and pepper shakers. You need to be putting it out there that who wants these, so that you get a lot of comments going on. Don't just go out there and say, who wants to have a party to get these? Just talk about the salt and pepper shakers, post pictures of them, get people commenting. Who remembers these from their childhood? What would you use these for? And that's going to get people making comments and things going on. So it's going to create some excitement and energy. The ice trays, these are another great product that I absolutely love. Some of you've seen me use these. A lot of times I'll put my leftover tomato juice or tomato paste in those and freeze them. I just got some fresh strawberries the other day. I made my strawberry jam, but I also go ahead and blend some of them up just into kind of a puree, and I freeze it in there, because those are just perfect to take out and throw into my smoothies. And they're great. And I have this brand new recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. It's for these strawberry oatmeal bars. They are so delicious. And of course, you could freeze the strawberry puree in there and then just thaw that out and use that with this strawberry oatmeal bars. And that's a bonus for our hosts during the month of May. And then, of course, we have that beautiful ice prism set that they can get as a host gift special with their host rewards. But the big story for our birthday month is going to be, of course, $1,000 party, because at the $1,000 party, your host is going to get double host credits for free. That's right, guys, free. And what do we always say about free? If it's free, it's for me. That's right. I saw you saying that out there. If it's free, it's for me. And we want to make sure our hosts know they can get double host credits when they host a party during May at $1,000 party. And there's no copay. So that's huge. And they can use that to shop for anything in the catalog. They can use that to get the Ice Prism set. They can use that to get the Ice Prism set and go shopping for stuff in the catalog. They could get the Micro Pro grill. They could get this, the Stat cooker or the multi cooker. They could get the Great Master. They could get a whole assortment of other products. They could get Fridge Smart for free using their host credits. They can go on this amazing shopping spree. So that would be another thing to start start talking to people about is like, what are some things that you would, if you could choose one of these items for free, which would you choose? Put several of them out there and let people pick. There's several memes out there about like, what are the top half price items that are out there? Put that out there. If you were choosing, which would you get for half price, or which would you pick for free, so that people are talking about it. But here's the best part of it. With that $1,000 party with 2 future bookings, your hosts are not only going to get $400 or more in host credits, they are also going to have the opportunity to buy one of these 3-piece cookware sets at this ridiculously low price of $90 or $99 or $149. Now that's crazy, because you know that this 6-piece set sells for $1,400. So this is a no-brainer that they need to have a party now to be able to take advantage of that. So I want to know how many of you, if you were not a Tupperware consultant right now, would be wanting to date a party to get these free, right? And if you're excited about getting this for free and taking advantage of this offer, then there's going to be other people out there as well, because you can share with them why you're excited about it. And you know what? You can have your own party during the month of May, and you can take advantage of this yourself. So there's nothing that says you can't have your own party and invite people to be at your party. And if I was going to do that, I would do it the first week, because then I could share with all those people what they can get by dating a party with me later in the month. But you know what? We're always looking for new ways to book parties. We're always looking for new ideas on how we can book parties. And I have someone that I'm going to be bringing on to share with you some ways that you can add more parties to the month as well. And she's super good at this. She has dated so many parties. In fact, I think she probably, set a record for how many $1,000 weeks of sales she could have by dating, just holding parties. 6 months of over $10,000 in personal sales just from holding parties. And when it comes to a big month, she always shines. She always does it. And she's going to share with you some of her tried and true tips. I can't even talk on how to date lots of parties. So please welcome the amazing Stacy Clifton.
Hello, everybody. I hope all of y'all have all the parties up you need for May. But if you don't, because you know what, it's okay. You can still get them. And the great thing is with us doing Facebook parties, oh my gosh, you can date a party into tomorrow. Okay. But first thing, I'm going to try to give you like 10 ways to date parties. And the first one is the biggest. And sometimes people just really have a hard time with this, but you got to ask. You have to ask people. You can't just expect people to come up to you and say, hey, I want to have a party. Now, that will happen sometimes, but guys, just ask them. They may say no, but you know what? That's okay. They're not telling you no personally. They're just saying they don't want to have a Tupperware party. It's fine. Move on to the next person. So number one, ask everybody. Secondly, now, if you do have a party, and you're at a party, I highly recommend you play the Smidget game. Now, the Smidget game, if you don't know how to play that, I'll be glad to go over that with you one-on-one if you need me to. But one of the things I do when I need a party really, really bad is I'll put a special gift in one of the Smidgets. And I remember one time I did this, and I was holding some parties that were pretty far away, like an hour and a half away, but I was in a really good area. And I wanted to hold a lot of parties because, like Marcia said, I was doing like $10,000 every month, and I didn't want to miss that. So I put like a cake taker in one. And these are things that I had got free, okay? Don't put something big in there that you've had to pay for. Do something that you've got free. Maybe you've earned, you could have been on here and Marcia did a free gift and you won it. So you could use something like that. If you had a party of your own and your host gifts, always use stuff that you think you could use to get somebody to date a party with. Because the number one job that you have as a consultant, to me, this is my opinion, is holding parties. And the reason why I say the party is the number one thing is because at a party, you can do everything else. You can date more parties, you can recruit people, and you can sell. Selling is not the number one thing you want to do as a consultant. The second thing you can do is when somebody tells you they want to buy something, just like the other night, I had somebody on Facebook, they were wanting to buy some products, and they asked, does anybody know somebody who sells Tupperware? And somebody said, oh, I didn't even know Tupperware was still around. And she's like, yeah, they are, but I want to buy some products. And she listed like 4 or 5 things that she wanted. So I went on there and I sent her a private message, because you know what, guys, everybody's going to put somebody's name out there. But send them a private message and let them know, yes, I sell Tupperware and I see that several things that you're wanting. Why don't you do a party and get it free? And you know what? We dated a party. I don't even know who this girl is. Would have never known her probably had somebody not tagged me in the post. But there was other people who put out there that, oh yeah, I sell Tupperware. I have lots of Tupperware at my house. I can probably get what you want. But you know what? She'd rather get it free. Why would you not want to get it free? So always ask about having a party before you try to sell anything. The next thing you can do is offer a bonus day. Whenever you're trying to date a party, say, you know what, if you could do a party, I have a couple of days that I have special gifts. Now, you can do your party any day you want, but if you do it on this day, I have these gifts available. And here again, it's got to be something that you had for free. Maybe it's something you know they're looking for. You could do $1 a day, or you could do $2 a day, according to how much it is. If you got it free, you could do, if it's like a premium product, do $5 a day. Because here's the thing, guys, if you got that free and it's sitting at your house, it is making you zero money. But if you do $5 a day and they date for 4 days out, that's $20 you've made, plus you've got a party. Okay. That's the biggest thing, is that party is going to make you so much more money. So you don't want to just sell a product. You want to get a party dated, because then you've got a whole audience of people who want to buy, and you're going to make so much more money and give her some free Tupperware. The next thing is you could post pictures on Facebook and just say, which one would you want, this or this? And like right now, we have the cookware as host bonuses for May. So you could post those pictures and says, which one would you choose? And when they say that, then private message them. You could get that with the party. And I'll be glad to help you earn that. And let them know that don't post it on the original post that you make, but private message them and just say, hey, I'm sending you a private message. And then you can talk to them through the private message. Because if you post it on the original post, then everybody's going to see that and nobody's going to make a comment. Okay. And even though somebody may really want that, they may not make a comment if they think they have to have a party. But yet when you talk to them in private, they will do a party. So make sure you do the private message. Let's see. I like this one. Tell people that you have been authorized to give a free Tupperware to 10 people in the month of May. And just see what they say. I mean, they're probably going to say, I'll take some free Tupperware. And then you hear again, you're going to private message them. Okay. Don't put it on their on the page where the post is. Just post, sending you a private message. Thank you. And then send them that private message and tell them, say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I can set up a 30-minute Facebook party for you, or we could do an in-home party. Whichever one you prefer. It's so easy. It's not going to take up hardly any time. You're on Facebook anyway. Scrolling, why not get some free Tupperware while you're scrolling? And when you put it to them like that, people are like, okay, I can do that. So, if you don't try, you don't know, right? So you might as well take a chance and try it. Okay. Tell them that you have been challenged to hold so many parties, or you don't necessarily want to use the word party, but say, I've been challenged and I need have a certain goal this month. And I only need one more person to help me. You always need one more person. Okay. And when people think that you only need one more, they'll be, okay, I'll help you. But private message them. That's the key, guys, to private message. Okay. You can always, like Marcia said a while ago, host your own party, guys. If you have no parties and you can't get anybody to have a party, do your own. You can do your own party. Invite every host you've had in the past. Invite all of your friends, and then get them in the party and get them excited about the gifts. Have a lot of fun. Make your party so much fun that they're going to want to have a party. Okay. Do some engaging posts where they have to do, respond to your posts, so that way they'll be having fun. And if you can't get anybody to respond, private message a couple of people and say, hey, would you comment on that post so we can try to get people talking, or get people active in the party. That's okay to do that. Okay. Maybe you have a best friend that she's not going to have a party, but maybe she'll get in the party and help you get other people excited. Okay. That's okay to do that. So do your own party. If you've had parties in the past, contact those past hostesses, because sometimes they want to have a party, but they just haven't had time to call you. They haven't thought about it. I had a past host contact me just yesterday or day before, that she's like, I think I want to have another party. I was like, okay, we can do that. So always give them, a call back and just say, hey, I was thinking about you. We've got some really nice gifts coming up. It's going to be birthday month. And, I always like for my best hosts to have parties for me in our special months. Make them feel like they're really special and you thought about them because, they do a good job. Okay. Let's see. Okay, anybody who's told you they'd have a party and they haven't had their party yet, give them a call and just say, hey, I know you said you'd have a party for me and you haven't been able to do it, but now is a great time. Can you do that now for me? Because we can get you lots of free Tupperware, and it's the best time because you know what, guys, we have a new catalog. Everybody loves a new catalog, and really push that, because think of all the people who have not seen that catalog yet, okay? And we do have a new one coming out Thursday. So you can say we have a new catalog, and it really is new. But they may not have seen all the new colors and all the products, and you need to let them know that. And I'm going to tell you something. I have started going live in my parties, and my parties have been so much better. People love seeing the products live. So if you can do that, and you don't have to show yourself, guys, you just show the products. If you don't want to show yourself, just show them the products, and you'll be surprised at how they'll ooh and ah over the products. And they love seeing them in person. Oh, well, it's not really in person, but, live. Okay, let's see. A party in a bag, party in a box, whatever you can come up with. You could actually post that and tell them, say, hey, I can send you this. And you can post it on your page and say, hey, I'm having a party in a bag or a box or whatever you're using, and send them the catalog link, and make their own link up for their party and let them share it with everybody. And that's a great way to get some extra sales in for May. And you'd be surprised. People like simple things. So they're willing to do that. You could even use that through text or a messenger party. Okay. Okay. Also, once you get a host, ask her to have a dating waiting for you before the party. So tell her to go ahead and talk to all of her friends, see who she can get to say they'll have a party. And when she gets somebody to say they'll have a party, you have a bonus gift for her. And it doesn't have to be something really big, but if there's something that she wants that you have, then that can be her gift. Okay. Like I would do a water bottle. I sometimes in January I'll do parties, and I'll tell my host in January they get a free water bottle from me, because everybody's starting the year off, trying to start new resolutions, and they want to lose weight, be healthy, and things like that. So I say, water bottle, they can drink more water, and so I'll offer that to all of my January hosts. You can offer something to your May host, and just it doesn't have to be something really expensive, but do realize if you do that, it does come out of your profit because you have to pay for that. Another thing you can do is tell them that you're running a challenge for anybody who has a $1,000 party in May, that they're going to go in a drawing for some kind of gift. It can be something you have on hand. That's all you have to do. If you don't have things on hand, talk to your director. I'm sure she has plenty of stuff that she would help you get some things together for anybody who has $1,000 parties. And I would offer the host who has the biggest party a special gift, and then maybe do a drawing among all the $1,000 party people that have parties for you there. Okay, let me see if there was anything else. If you're doing vendor events, guys, make sure you're talking parties at your vendor events, because really and truly, you can date tons of parties at vendor events. And the really great thing is show your host gifts there. And, people will do parties if you ask them. It's just a matter of, like we said at the very beginning, ask. So I'm stealing this from Sheila Tolbert, but get your ask out there and start asking for parties in May. Okay. Hope that helps everybody. And go back and get your, really important. Once you get those parties dated, guys, send that host a thank you note by snail mail. They love getting happy mail. And then get on the training tomorrow night with Shannon, and she'll tell you how to coach your host to having those $1,000 parties. Good luck. Let's have a great May.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Stacy. And there were so many great ideas. So I want you guys to take a minute to look at your notes and figure out which of these ideas are you going to use to book parties for May, because Stacy gave you a wealth of ones to choose from. Thank you so much, Stacy. And I know that there's so many little kernels there that everybody can take and run with. So guys, be writing down which ones you're going to go for here as well. And we're going to go ahead and start working on that booking blitz. I kicked off today. We have already registered 27 parties for the month of May. Of course, our May starts this Thursday, April 28th, and then it goes until Wednesday, May 26th. So you want to get those parties dated into that time period, but really focus on this first week, the first and second week, because it's from those parties that you'll date into the end of the month. And Stacy said it so well at the very beginning when she said, people can date a party within a day on a Facebook party. I mean, we don't have to have a party plan it 2 weeks away. We can start it now and get it going. And so as you're registering your parties, the date that you're going to put for your party is the date that you're closing the party. Okay. Because when you go to order host rewards for a party, it uses the date that you put in for the party. So if I'm starting a party today, and I put that as the day of the party, but I'm not planning to close the party until next Monday, then it's when I go in to put the rewards in, it's not going to let me choose the May rewards because it says the party was held in April. So make sure that the party date that you put in is the day you're going to close the party. Or if you're doing a live, like Stacy said, she goes live in her Facebook party. And so that's the day that's kind of your party close, that you're trying to get everything in there. You always want to have a date for your host that this is when we're going to close the party so that she's working on her orders. Now, here's another really cool thing that you have going for you. If you're working on these datings tonight, if you're working on these datings tomorrow, if you're working on these datings on Wednesday, you can go ahead and say, look, we've got these great specials. People can go ahead and shop for these today. We don't have to do your party until next week, but you can take advantage of the specials that are on sale right now today, and that can count. And then we can add to that with the specials that are going to be available in May. So that way it's almost like they're getting to shop from two sales, and you get two bursts of sales for that. And you get to count part of them in April, and you get to count part of them in May. So you're going to make your goals that you have for April, and you're going to make your goals that you have set for May as well. So be sure that you're registering those parties. But I wanted to do a special drawing tonight because we are going to do, for every 8 parties, basically what's happening is that I'm going to give away a TUP logo product or TUP logo item. It might be a water bottle that says Tupperware on it. It might be a decal that goes on your car. It might be a tablecloth. The more parties we date, the bigger the gifts are going to get. Right now we have 27 parties dated, and this is just a bonus drawing that we're going to do. Charlie's going to spin over there and give me a number between 1 and 27.
Number is 16.
16. Charlie says the number is 16, and number 16 on my list. See, I got everybody right here. Number 16 is Heather Leeson. So Heather Leeson, you just won a bonus gift. And of course, all of these people are already still in the drawing for the other logo items that I'll be giving away. I'm not going to do any of those until we finish the booking blitz on Wednesday, April 27th at noon. So you got to get your parties registered by noon. You don't want to delay. Go in and do it. The link for that is on the Facebook. If you are watching us on YouTube and you need the link, just send me a personal message or comment in the comments to Charlie, and we will make sure that you have that. It's a Google form. You just go in, you fill out the information, and we can get you in there. So our goal is to date 600 parties for birthday month. And so we're getting off to it. We've started with 27. We can do this. I know we can. We're going for a record-breaking month. We're going to beat last year. I think it would be really exciting for us to beat what we did in 2020. But as long as we beat last year, we're in a growth mode, and that's what really matters. So together we are better, right? So I want to ask you guys to tell me something. What's your takeaway from the training that you've had tonight? We've had some fantastic tips, maybe about just setting goals. Maybe that was a big aha for you. Some ideas that you got from Deborah on just like staying focused and not giving up and really resetting, your mindset and focusing on what you control. Maybe it's one of those great ideas that Stacy gave you on how you're going to date parties. What's your takeaway from the training, and how are you going to use it to help you achieve your goals in May? Put it in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're excited about, what you're going to take away with that as well. So Charlie's going to be picking some of those and putting them up there so we can all see what's going on. And he's going to share with me one. Okay, he's got one on there. Go ahead. Put it up there, Charlie. All right, Megan's going to call the people that said they would have the party and tell them how great May is. So Megan, you are the winner of a prize here for us as well. But I'm going to close this out tonight with this quote here. And that is the last thing you want to do is to look back and wish you'd worked or played harder. Okay, so that's from the great Derek Jeter. The last thing you want to do at the end of May is to look back and go, gosh, I wish I'd have taken those ideas that they gave me at the beginning of May, and I'd really used those, and I'd worked a little bit harder, and I'd, had a little bit more fun with it, and I really put myself out there and maybe tried things I'd never tried before, because if I had done that, look what I would have. Because we can, when we're looking in the rear view mirror, things keep getting further and further away from us. But when we're looking forward and we're focusing on what we can do and we're doing those things daily, we're going to make big things happen. So let's go out there and let's make some great things happen. We've got 2 days to finish this month. We've got some big goals that we want to achieve for the month of April. And like I said, you could be dating those parties for May and getting some of those sales coming in for the things that are going away. Make sure you utilize the fact that with some people that some of our products are going up, and say, shop before the price increase, because everybody knows prices are increasing on everything. And you can put that out there is that, due to supply chain and materials prices increases, we will be having a price increase in May. Shop today and save big. And that way you can use that to pull sales in this month. And then you can use those people that place orders with you this month to turn around and say, you know what, let's count these for you on a party in May. Get your friends to shop in May. You can get free Tupperware that way and get the rest of the things that you want as well. And here's the great thing about the prices going up, is that your sales are going to go up too. And that means your profits are going to go up as well. So let's go and have a fantastic close to April and an even bigger, better off month of May. So Charlie, take it, give us some music here.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it, move it, move it.
All right, everybody. Thank you.